Hi there, Amy Starr Allen here. And in this video today, I am going to be talking about how to turn your emails into an audio so that your audience members can simply listen to your email instead of reading it if they choose to do that. I'm going to be going over some of the reasons why you would want to do this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it as well. The reason I'm making this video is because this topic came up on one of our marketing masterminds last week. I'm in an online community where we do masterminds every day except Sunday, where we teach different marketing strategies, different leaders in the community, myself included, go over our shoulder and show exactly what we're doing in our marketing. And then at the end of each of our trainings, we always open it up to Q&A and masterminding. And one of the topics that came up the other day was about whether or not we should be creating audios for our emails. And there are some really valid reasons to turn your email into audio if that's something that you want to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But what was so cool was right after we had this mastermind, a couple of days later, I received an email from somebody that I've been following for a long time online, and it had the opportunity to listen to the email. I love the way that she had it set up. So I went ahead and created something similar, but in my opinion, even better because it's more customizable and brandable, and you can, add some things to it that she wasn't able to add to hers because of the platform that she was recording it on. So I'm going to show you that example, and I'm going to show you what I created, and I'm going to show you how to do this yourself. And I'm also going to even show you a template that I created to make it super easy for you if you want to use my template. Before I get into all of that, I want to start off just simply by talking about some of the reasons why you might want to consider recording your emails. The first reason, and I always circle back to this in everything that I talk about in marketing, and that is building rapport. This is why I love video marketing. And when it comes to emails, if somebody can actually hear your voice and not just read the words on a page, it's another level of building rapport. I've talked about this in the sense of podcasts, right? Podcasts are very, very popular, and podcasts have been shown to be one of the most intimate ways to build rapport with our audiences because they can listen to our voice while they're going about their lives, while they're cleaning their house, while they're working out, while they're out on a walk in nature. And it's a really great way to connect with our audience on a deeper level. So if we do record our voice and give our audience members the opportunity to listen to our emails, we are building a deeper level of rapport by doing that. The second reason it's a good idea to record your voice is for branding purposes. You can create a page like the one I'm going to show you where people can listen to your email in a way that it is going to brand you. It's a way to brand yourself in a much deeper way than just an email can. So that's another benefit. The third reason is just for ease. For people that don't like reading, why don't we make their lives easier, especially if we have a long email and we know that, it's just a fact that some people don't like reading and they're not going to read a longer email. But if they can listen to it, you might get a lot more people actually hearing your message because it's easier for them. So ease. And then the fourth reason is that it's just next level. It'll have you stand out above the noise on the internet if you're going above and beyond in your marketing, right? It's also just a really good opportunity while you're being next level to showcase. Like in my case, I'm showcasing the amazing funnel builder that I'm using. And I've made a lot of sales in my business simply by showing some different ways that I use the funnel builder. And I'm not even talking about a video like this where I'm doing a tutorial. I'm talking about some of the things that I've built where people just go to the page and say, how did you do that? I want to build a page like that. And then I tell them about this tool that I use, and they purchase the tool. So this is another example of that, because the people that are listening to your audios might just say, hey, how did you create this page that lets me listen to your emails? And so it's a great way to showcase the tools that you're using. In the 21 years that I've been marketing online, I have found that the largest number of sales come from products that I own, love, and use myself. And so when I own them and I love them and I use them and I'm showing people different ways that I'm using them, that creates sales in my business. So if you own a platform that allows you to record your emails, like the one I'm going to show you today, you might as well showcase that, especially if you're an affiliate, right? So does that make sense? Okay, so those are some of the reasons why it might be a good idea to record your emails. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to show you an example of somebody who I follow, who I really admire that I follow, that is doing this. And I'm going to show you how I built something similar, but how I've enhanced it a little bit to make it even better. So like I said, we had a mastermind last week where we were talking about this, and then right after that, I saw a really beautiful example of how this is done. This is the email. This is from Christina Lopez. So shout out to Christina. She's amazing. And you'll see right here at the top of her email, it says, prefer to listen, click here. And when you click on it, it takes you to SoundCloud. And here is her email, December 6th email. And it's got the subject line, the exact subject line of her email is right here. And then you can listen to the email right here. Now this is on SoundCloud. So this is a, like a public facing audio hosting platform. So it's a little bit limited as far as what she can do to this page, right? There's really nothing else on this page except for this audio. So in any case, I wanted to model what she's doing inside of our funnel builder. And I love to do this. We do this all the time where we find something that we like, we see something cool out on the internet. And we're like, well, we can build that ourselves inside of our builder. There's so many cool things that we can do with this builder, right? So I just modeled this and built my own version of this. And so this is the page that I built, and it's super, super easy. I made a template for you guys. So for anybody that wants to use it, can use my template. So the page is ready to go. So in Christina's email, she has a call to action at the end of her email where people can join her heart alchemy, right? Like she has a call to action here. So when you listen to her email, I did listen to it. She reads the entire email exactly the way that it's written. But when she's doing that call to action, there's nowhere on this page when somebody's listening to it for them to click and join. They would have to go back to the email. So what I did was any calls to action that I have in my email, I'm going to put them right on the page so that if somebody wants to take the next step, the button is right there for them. So there were 3 things in my PS line in my email. I'm talking about if you want to learn more about our online community, we have masterminds and coaching daily, because I talked about that in my email. I'm talking about if you'd like to learn more about our amazing funnel builder, that I built this audio player for the email in. That's my second one. And then don't forget to look out for my next YouTube video where I'm going to show you how easy it is to build a page and a player like the one I just built. I'm talking about 3 different things here that are all relevant to this email. So for each of them, if they're listening to this email and I'm talking about learning more about our community, they can just click on this button and it's going to take them over to learn more about our community. Or if they want to learn more about our funnel builder, they can click here and it's going to take them to learn more about our funnel builder. And then if they want to subscribe to me on YouTube, this takes them, I used the link that makes the little subscribe box pop up when they click on it, just like that, so that they can boom, subscribe right there. So what's cool is that now that this template is built, all I have to do, and I haven't recorded my email yet, so I'm going to do that live right here with you guys so that you can just see exactly how to do this. I'm going to record the email. I'm going to upload it into the funnel builder. I'm going to add it to this player. I've already put in the title of the email. This is the subject line of my email for today. So that's already in here, but I'll show you where I put that. And then I already have my image loaded in. So in the future, the only thing that I need to do is come into the player, change the title, add my new audio when I read another email. My image is already there. The page is already good to go. And then I would just change out any of these buttons so that they are congruent with whatever the calls to action are in my email for any given day. I also just wanted to point out how beautiful this looks on mobile. So if somebody is on mobile, which is great because a lot of the people that might want to listen might be on a walk or something, right? So that they can just come here and click on their mobile device and listen to it there. So this page, this template is already mobile optimized. So there's nothing that you need to do in that regard. Okay, so like I said, you can use the template that I created. I'm going to show you where to get this template in a second. For now, I just want to point out that the first thing that you want to do, I would recommend doing it before you even open the template, because then you'll just be ready to go. What you're going to need to use this template is a picture of yourself to put over here and the audio that you want to put into the template. Now, I'm also going to show you, once you create your template, how easy it is to duplicate it each time you read a new email. Once you have this set up once, you don't ever need to set it up again, because we're going to set it up with your picture, and you can, your brand color, whatever you want to do to make it the way that you want it to look. And then in the future, when you send out another email that you want to create an audio out of, you'll just duplicate the page and you won't need to redo these steps. The only thing that you'll need to do in the future is upload your new audio and put it into this player and change out this title, and that's it. And then of course, any of the buttons, like these buttons, as I mentioned, are congruent with the calls to action in this email that I'm reading to them, right? So I have 3 calls to action in my PS line, and those are what the buttons are for. So the next email that I send out, if it's a different call to action, I'm going to have a different button or different buttons here, and I can delete the ones I don't need, or I can have more. You can also, if you want, on your page, I have subscribed to Amy on YouTube here because I'm talking about my YouTube channel in the email. But if you wanted to, just on your template, when you create, when you customize this template for yourself, if you want to give them buttons to, connect with you, follow you on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you can add those buttons. You can do whatever you want to this page. And this is why I love it so much more than putting this up on SoundCloud or something like that, because we can customize it in this way. And we can give people not only the opportunity to listen to our email, but also to, take the next step with us, whatever that is, whether it's connecting with us on social media or, connecting with us in another way, as I'm showing here. Keep in mind, this is going out to your email list, right? This is an email that you're reading to them. So we don't need to put any capture pages here because they're already on our list. This is a good opportunity to provide sales page links for anything that you might be offering. Okay, so before we open up the template, the first thing, your job now is going to be to just get a good image of yourself. If you are in the Home Business Academy, you know that we have an incredible image generator in there that will create awesome pictures. If you need a good headshot, it'll do that for you. So that's one way to get a good image, or maybe you already have one. In any case, you want to find a nice image, a square image. If it's not square, you can make it into a square, and then we're going to upload it into the funnel builder. Okay, and the other thing we're going to upload into the funnel builder is the audio track for the email that you're going to use the first time, when we're creating this template for you. So I haven't recorded mine yet, so I'm going to record it here right now with you guys, and then I will show you how to upload your image and your audio, and then we'll open up the template and put them in, and it's very, very simple. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read my email and I'm going to record it on my phone. There are different ways that you can record this. You can record it right onto your phone using your voice memos. I have an iPhone. If you have an Android, it might not be called voice memos. It might be called something else, but there's a way to record your voice, and you can Google it if you're not sure on your phone. On my computer, I have GarageBand. I can easily record an audio into GarageBand. I have different ways that I can record it on my computer, and you probably do too. So you can just decide which way you want to record your voice. For the sake of this video, I'm going to record it into my phone because we all have a phone, and I know that this is kind of a universal way that we can record where I'm not excluding anybody. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to record this into my phone, and then I'm just going to airdrop it to my computer and put it into the funnel builder. Okay? So on my phone, if I click on utilities and just come over to voice memos, I can just press the red button and start recording the email. So here we go. Hey, Amy here. So I'm writing this email today as I'm doing a little experiment. This is going to be fun. On one of our daily traffic and conversion masterminds last week, someone asked the question about whether it's a good idea to give our subscribers the ability to listen to our emails in our own voice, not AI, for our subscribers that don't like reading the longer ones. We spoke about how easy it would be to do using our funnel builder since it gives us the ability to upload our audios to it. So we can easily read the email into our voice memo on our phone and then upload it into the builder, and voila! Maybe you noticed that this very email has a little link at the top that gives you the option of listening to the email. And I'm just curious if listening instead of reading is something that you would like to be able to do. If so, reply back to this email and just say yes, so that I know that you would appreciate this. Also, I'm about to do a training for our online community to show exactly how to do this. And I've even created a template of my audio player page so that anyone can use it and customize it with their brand colors, images, etc. I will put a different version of that training up on my YouTube channel as well, because I think there are probably people outside of our community who may want to learn how easy it is to do. So be on the lookout for that video in the next couple of days. For now, I just wanted you to be the first to experiment with this for me and let me know how you like it. So this is the guinea pig email. Fun, right? I also just want you to know how much I appreciate you being on my email list. Being able to serve and make a difference for people like you is what I live for, and you make that possible. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'll talk to you soon, and don't forget to reply and let me know if you enjoyed listening to this email. This will help me to determine how often I will be utilizing this feature. Also, as always, let me know if you have any questions or anything I can provide support for. Love you, Amy. P.S. If you want to learn more about our online community where we have masterminds and coaching daily, the same one that came up with this idea to let our audience listen to our emails, you can learn all about that right here. PPS. If you'd like more information about our amazing funnel builder that I built the audio player for this email in, click here. PPPS, and don't forget to be on the lookout for my next YouTube video where I will show you how easy it is to build a page and a player like the one I just built. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of my training. Talk soon. Love you. Okay, so I clicked the red button again to stop the recording, and then I can rename this so I know it's email December 9th. And then if I want to edit it, like I had a little bit of blank space in the beginning. So if I want to trim off all of this blank space in the beginning, I would just come to where I want it to start, click these three dots and click trim. And I can just move this to where I want it to start. And click trim. So you'll see it took 4 seconds off of the video. Click apply. And now I don't have all that blank space in the beginning of it. And then I'll click save recording, and it's saving my changes. And then I'm just going to click the three dots and click share. And then I'm going to say AirDrop, or I can just click on my computer here. So it just showed up on my computer in my downloads folder. Okay, so the next step is going to be, I'm going to upload this audio and I'm going to upload my image into the funnel builder so that when I open up the template, I have everything that I need ready to go. So in the funnel builder, all we have to do is click on File Manager, View All Files. Now, I already uploaded my image, but if I wanted to upload it, I would just click Upload a File, and then I could select the image. I already did that, but I'm going to do the same thing for my audio. I'm going to click Upload File. I'll come to my Downloads folder and grab that audio that I just made. Email December 9th. Open. Okay, so here is the file for my audio, and here's the file for my picture. Do you see this little link thing right here? This is where we're going to come once we have the template open. we're going to come back here and just click on this link to copy the link, and we're going to put it into our player. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so to get to the template in the funnel builder, you just click add new step page, and then you're going to come into the templates. You're going to click on Amy Starr Allen templates, come down to the bottom, and it's this one that says email audio page. So if you preview this, you'll see this is the page. So this is the one that you want to select. Once you select it, it's going to be in your builder like this. You'll name the page and then put it in your builder. It's probably a good idea to name the page with the date, like the email and the date, or December 9th email December 9th, something like that, because we're going to duplicate this page each time we do it again. So we'll just name it with the different date of the email, and that'll make it easy for you to know which email is which. You could also name it with the subject line of the email. That's up to you. To me, I would find it easier to do it by date, because that way they all look kind of the same in my builder, rather than having a bunch of random titles back there. But that's up to you. And so this is what it's going to look like. So this code is where you're just going to add the image that you just uploaded and the audio that you just uploaded. You're going to add them into this code. You're going to change the title, and then you're good to go. Also, you can add your brand color into the player. So if you want to change the color of the player, I've got my brand color in there right now, but I'll show you where you can put in a different brand color. And then obviously you'll change out these buttons, and you can also change the color of the background if you want. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So if you click into custom code, edit code, right here is where you're going to put in your brand color. So I have my brand color in here, but you can change this to any color that you want, and that will customize the color of the player. Okay, then if you scroll down a little bit under here where it says title box, this is where I have the title of my email. This whole thing in between these two little arrows is where you're going to put your title. So put your title in there, put your name in here where my name is. You'll put your name there. That will stay the same, obviously, forevermore, but you'll be changing out this title each time. The brand color will also stay the same once you change it, right? You don't need to change that again. The only thing that you're going to need to change in the future is the title and the audio, and that's it. So this is where you're going to put the title for today's email. And then right down here where it says audio player, this is where you're going to put the link for today's audio, right? So right now I have a dummy link in here because I just showed you guys I just recorded my audio. So let me grab my audio player link and I'll put it in here. So if I come over to File Manager, View All Files, and I just click here on this link, you'll see it says your link was copied to the clipboard. So now when I come down to this audio player, I can just highlight the one that's already here all the way up to the quotation marks and paste in my new one. So my new audio is in there now. And then where you're going to put in your image is right here below that. So this is where we're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to come over to your image, click on that little link, and then right here, you're just going to highlight this whole file. This is my image. You're going to highlight it all the way up to the quotes and paste in that link, and that'll change out the image for you. And again, you won't need to change the image ever again. Once you have an image in there that you like, you're good to go. The only thing that you need to change going forward is going to be the audio link and the title. Okay, so that's how you get that all in there. Now, and then, this is what it's going to look like. So your title will show up here, your name will be here, your picture will be here, and then whatever brand color you put in, it'll show up as like a gradient here. Okay, and then if you want to change out any of these buttons, well, you do want to change out these buttons, right? Because you want to have them be whatever you're saying in your email. If you have a call to action in your email, this is a great place to put it. If you don't, you can just put buttons here for people to connect with you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or something like that if you want to. So you would just click on the button, click edit, change the title of your button here, put in whatever link you want it to go to here, And then if you want to change the color of your button, you click on Edit Styling, and this is where you can select, whatever color button you want. So really easy to do. If you want to delete any of the buttons, you just click on it and click the little delete button here. So, you can get rid of anything that you don't want here. And, right now this template is black, but like if I say I just want the whole page to be white, I can do that. And then preview it, you'll see now the whole page is white. So it's whatever you prefer, or you can make it any other color, or you could put an image in the background. You can do whatever you want. In our builder, if you wanted to put an image in, you could click on this image and put some kind of an image in the background. Not that I want to do that, but you can. So you can customize this page however you want. Obviously, you can put your logo here. You can change this text. Get the page exactly the way that you want it. Okay, so now you should hear, I just added my new audio on here, so let's see if it works.
Hey, Amy here. So I'm writing this email today as I'm doing a little experiment.
Okay, so there it is. My audio is on there. So now all I have to do is copy the link to this page, and up here where I have prefer to listen, click here in my email. I'm going to click link, paste that in, save. So now in my email, when someone clicks here, it takes them to this page, and that's it. So now in the future, if you want to do this again, yours would be called, December 9th email or whatever the date is, right? So we would just come to that email and click duplicate. Yes. And then it's just going to duplicate the page. And then you come under settings and you'll change it to December 11th email or whatever the date is, right? Save. Okay. And then you'll come into that page and then you'll just go into the code, you'll upload your new audio and you'll just come into the code and paste it in. And then you'll just change out your title exactly like I showed you the first time. So right here, you'll come in and you'll change this to December 11th email and whatever the title is. And in the audio player, you'll change this out. That's the only thing you'll need to change out from here on out. It'll only take you a couple seconds. And then again, if you want to change these buttons to reflect what you have in your email, and then you're good to go. And that's what I love about this page, because like I said, on the SoundCloud platform, you can't add your own buttons and stuff, where here it makes it really easy when they're listening to the email to be able to just click the buttons below the email. So I hope this was helpful if you are someone that wants to make your emails listenable. If you would like to learn more about this amazing funnel builder that I used to do this in, I will say that this funnel builder is unique in the sense that it does allow us to upload audios and host audios. A lot of builders do not let you do that. There's no extra fee for that or anything like that. So it's an amazing builder. It's only $25 a month. I'll leave some information about it below this video. I'll also leave some information about how I am able to live job free and work from anywhere in the world. If you've been following me and you see that I'm traveling all of the time, I will leave some information about exactly how I'm able to do that. And I also have a ton of other resources in the description below this video, so be sure and check those out as well. It's been awesome hanging out with you today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.